Hello everyone, welcome back to Brigador. Last time we got our first death, so that was pretty fun, although it was less out of difficulty and more just because, like, I wasn't really paying enough attention to my surroundings, which, I'm sure will become a running theme. Anyways, today we're doing the very suspiciously named French maid. Contract with opposition, 70% opposition like loyalist. Ripley, you handled that highway combat quite well. You're cleared for higher paying contracts now. The analysts will probably keep flagging you for a couple more remedial briefings, but don't worry about them. Just follow along and you'll be through them in no time. Continue your combat sweep through Letterard. Also, I remembered why I know your name. I'm a huge 12-7 fan. Can't believe I didn't realize it sooner. Great work out there. Is she in a band or something? I mean, I see the 11 tattooed above her right eyebrow. But, anyways, French maid. Be sure to turn on Easter eggs and settings for additional content of questionable utility or canon. I'm mostly interested in learning the canon now, but okay, so that's what EMP does. I've been using it so far just as, like, to see what happens. So I'm guessing it means, like, these. Get my mouse in order. Oh, I'm not going to get there in time. I should have started clearing this all first. The problem I hate, and now I'm kind of just sitting there while they attack me. I just heard it, but it is kind of hard to, like, keep them in your sight as you're moving with this, like, camera setup. Also, oh, did reach, okay. So again, yeah, should have taken down the wall first. But also should have put more effort to dodging, but hey, live and learn, I guess. What is a suicide weapon? Okay. Stop once. Then we shoot. Then we start. Okay, you're the suicide weapon. I take it, so we'll try to keep a distance on you. We don't need any of these ammo depots, so we don't have to be careful with them when we're shooting. I'm just kind of shooting around, hoping to vaguely hit my targets, as you do. My thing is not recharged yet. Okay, there we go. Well, would like to get back into... Oh, didn't even see you there. I'm very bad at parsing the enemies in this game, I will say too. Like, as I do love the aesthetic, it's not really a fault of the game in and of itself, but I do find it hard to parse visually sometimes. So, didn't realize someone was in my way there. I guess I don't really know where we're supposed to be going. I'm gonna just go get back into the ammo depot, so if I shoot, don't shoot it accidentally while I'm trying to clear all the enemies who just shot. I don't know. Let's just shoot a little wantonly. Are these things explodey? They look explodey. They're not explodey. I see some red there, too. I am just kind of pressing down the arrow keys to move. It's really hard, keeping track of, like, where you're trying to go and also, like, managing your movement at the same time. But I think that's kind of maybe why they recommended tank controls in the video I watched first, because as much as people love to rag on them, they do make controlling these kind of things easier. I should just get rid of these trees. I mean, I keep getting caught up in them. Oh yeah. That's just... Where are we going here? Like, I know there's more enemies there. I kind of would like to... Oh, I can refill here, too. Not really a big fan of the... Oh, that's my fault. Not a big fan of where the camera is, I see. Looking, like, into a random direction. Also, we do need to... There's one garrison left to take care of, apparently. So, let's... Alright. Well, I think I can take out a couple more. Maybe... Should I be sniping them from a distance? Who just shot me? I still got plenty of health. I don't like it when there's like people on the ground shooting me, because it's hard to tell where they are. But you know what? We spent enough time in this mission. There we go. Beautiful. And we're gonna get one more Ripley Snell mission, I guess, later. But as always, let's get to the, acquisitions. We got a fair bit of spacer mechs to look through, it looks like. So, start with their heavy. Atos, I don't know what's up with the accent on the O. Begs the question is what kind of alloys and tech animate a mech so preposterously bristling with firepower and shielding. Looks like a canter on steroids. You know pushing that kind of mass around on the field means thankfully they don't have too many in service. I think the thing I hate the most with the Atos is the good sense of not to make it 50 feet high like most spacer designs, especially the Ultras. The Atos doesn't have to try to look any meaner than it is. Dual energy weapon mounts take care of the rest. For the Tunerall. The Tunerall is a curious mech, especially for spacers. At first I couldn't piece it together. While similar, there doesn't seem to be a standardized design with various samples like the symbol. And apparently it's not an official model of the spacers, rather a mechanic's nickname for an improvised chassis. Spacers are like old revelators. They'll never leave wrecked chassis behind if they can help it. Either the dead vehicle gets picked up for salvage on one of their massive grav sleds, or it's obliterated by rail slugs from an orbiting dropship. This is also the reason why spacer tech is so hard to get your hands on, ignoring the difficulty of disabling one of their vehicles in the first place. Since light components are left intact far more often than uppers, spacers will, in a move as close to Corvette engineering as you see them get, retrofit the legs with new uppers built from their recovered salvage. They still have some kind of protocol to their construction though, as I've never seen variants that deviate too far from recognizable types. The small cockpit overhangings, a weapon socket surrounded by flanged plates. I wonder if there is a ritualistic component at play here, or if it's a purely practical initiative. Either way, the end result is a Tunerall. Not as sturdy as most spacer heavies, but it's quick on his feet and still packs a heavy punch. We got Oxy Bellies. When spacer breach teams need an extra firepower, they bring in the Oxy Bellies. The mech is in essence a cockpit nestled with a massive combustion drum, visibly protruding on the back. We've recovered and, albeit poorly, replicated the spacer's Jericho cannon. But to date, I don't know of any terrestrial military that's been able to match the oversized variant of this weapon. much less fuel the vehicle capable of mounting one. What I do know is that no fortification is capable of withstanding sustained assault by even a single oxbellies. It's rare to see a spacer vehicle so specialized, built into such specialized role, which is also why you'll never see oxbellies operating without escort, usually hounds or balders. The result is a consummate siege engine, terrifying in its efficacy. The only footage that exists of an oxybelly spear in operation shows entire city blocks coming down in sequence as if racked by massive earthquakes. What few survivors were recovered exhibited some of the most severe shell shock cases our psychs have ever seen. We've got the Sultan. Broadly useful mech. Frequently deployed as a result, space proclivity for hyper-specializations, and generalist is often needed to round out unit compositions. Cheek armor is overly long to serve as a secondary heatsink. The Sultans remain more than serviceable in configuration with physical munitions. Simpler design and lower cost per flight hour means that most Sultan pilots source from less moneyed spacer families. It avoids the tutorial stigma, but similar in combat efficacy. This is by Bander, S&C Informatics Division. Oh, this is by EFI. Yeah, so these are at MB. I haven't been paying too much attention to who's been writing these notes, but we got one from EFI, or FE, or whatever. We got one from Bender, of the trauma fame, I presume. I'm sorry, before we go on, can we see FE or Bender? I'm guessing this is FE, whoever this is. Oh, we could buy Ripley Snell. And do we see a Bander in here? His brother Live Well Cotton, that's a weird name. I'm not seeing them. Well, I mean, maybe we'll get more about Bander later on. We got the Spacer Mech Doric. Just not one of their best, if you ask me. Might be an older design, but honestly I can't tell with this one. There are enough of them in service. Undergunned for a heavy mech, but plenty of shielding and the same earth-shaking stomp attack you'd expect from spacers. Seems like they're used in a support role, but I can't be sure in that one. Offering a light touch to round out the pain dish out by spacer heavies. They're also a little faster than a straightaway, just enough to surprise you. But the Zorlig? One of the few examples of spacer mechs I actually had a clear vid of. Clear enough for our purposes anyway. Designed for urban pacification despite its height, the Zorlig has side-by-side rather than axial weapon mounts. I'm assuming to keep weight centered and overall length down for close quarters work. Nothing ruins your day faster than trashing your laser apertures by scraping them against the side of a building. I mean, so I've heard. And we'll end today with the Romancer Mark II. That's a hell of a name. A great example of spacer engineering returning to a previous design. Typically, their minds are too bent on innovation and entertainment to show its kind of focus. However, understand the engineer behind this well-shielded heavy mech is an obsessive perfectionist. The emitter parts have been shifted over while the access hatch and presumably the entire pilot cocoon are pulled towards the back. Unfortunately, without more than the basic intel I have access to for this new design, I can only guess as to the rationale behind these changes. The characteristic pig snout, however, remains, and my sources tell me this new Romancer is a fitting successor to the original. Do we hear about the original here? Appears we do not, so I mean, that's cool. We have lore just kind of existing by, like, extension, but regardless, we will call it here for today. No real recap is ever possible in this game, so we'll call it here, and as always, thank you for watching.